Welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Lowe's 300 qualifying event for the Busch Bonanza series. I'm now worried that I didn't hit play on this. There we go. Alright, field rolls off. Alright, so, as with our normal Speedway events where we're running a full field, the top 22 this afternoon will find themselves in the race next weekend. Gonna put some rubber on the track for the All-Star, maybe get a little preview of what the All-Star race will look like later this evening for the drivers of the Extravaganza series. Glass got the pole here. Decently large field. There are so many drivers trying to run full-time here in the Bonanza Series this season that these qualifying races have been stacked. One of the reasons we haven't seen very many Extravaganza guys, because sometimes there's just not even a spot for them to try out for the field. Coming through 3 and 4, pace car will peel away and we will go green. The Accord pace car peels off to pit road. Starter's got the green flag in his hand. Green, 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 away we go. Like I said, pretty big qualifying heat here. 39 cars going for 22 spots. Expect the track's going to be a little slicker for this than it will be later this evening for the All-Star and next weekend for the 300. As Jared Mogard goes for the lead. And he'll lead the first one. 67 laps. We do expect one pit stop for a big race, a big qualifier. Expect the field to stay together for a while until the tires start to wear. 3 wide there, Spark up top. Gets a little tight here up off the corner. They got to be careful. It's nice to get these big qualifying races though, because it allows us to see some drivers that we haven't seen much this season. There's a couple of teams that have yet to make a show and score any points. That 48 team back there, Frank Womack, still hasn't made a show all season. They may have finally got that car sorted out, so we may start seeing more of them. Good qualifying effort from them tonight. Tonight? This afternoon, I guess. Mogart continues to lead. Stephen Davis moved into second. Fight now for third. Olsen and Glass. Working lap 5, average speed just over 190. These guys are hauling the mail. And we settle out for third. Let's take our gaze a little further back where we got side-by-side action between Farrell and Armstrong. Armstrong tries to get clear. I think he might have done it. Spark thinking about a move. Thinks better of it? No, he's going to try to stuff that nose in there, but there's not room. If he'd tried any harder, it would have been a wreck. Alder Hill going for the 4th spot. Speed continues to rise. These guys are screaming on fresh tires. Just doesn't stick very well there on the bottom of 1 and 2 with the car on your outside, though. Watch Spark. Ooh, Farrell bounces it off the wall. Still side by side for 4th. And now it's going to become a battle for 3rd, but Hill's going to have to lift on the bottom not to wash up the hill himself. Now a run coming from Farrell and Spark on he and Armstrong. Well, Farrell gets clear. Spark does not. Is he going to be able to hold it there? Spark looks like he might get the spot here. Kevin going to give him a push. Car owner giving his driver a push. Top 3, single file. Battle's currently raging for, call it P5 for now. Spark makes it 3 wide. Gonna ease out of it. And Farrell's gonna get clear down the back. Polson looking for 3rd. Doesn't get the run on the bottom. Can he get a push down the back from that 42? Wickersham off the back of the field. Polson, I think's got the spot. Nope, he's not going to be clear off of turn 4. Gonna need that run down the front stretch. Just about cleared him. And he's clear. Farrell's going to stick his nose in there, but there's no room that lap to make a move. Stapleton losing the draft back there in the 96 car as well. They said the field as these tires wear out should spread a little more. We're not super packed up, but we're also not completely spread across the track. It's kind of a nice middle ground. As Polson takes the 2nd spot, nope. Davis coming back with a run on the high side. Wickersham and Stapleton look to have been unhitched. Having a little bit of draft is really going to help you here, so we're going to see those cars fade quickly, I suspect. Farrell goes up to help Davis. I think the high side might be the better way through 1 and 2 here, because bottom just doesn't stick. Yeah, look at how far back those two are. The back of the field have already gotten. We continue to battle for 2nd. And now Farrell's going to come with a slingshot. Clears Polson on the high side. And now he's going to look for the bottom on Davis. I don't know that I would have done that, sir. Farrell trying to make the bottom work here in 3 and 4 now. Yeah, he's got a good push from Polson. That has moved him up to 2nd at the timing line. Whoop, now Polson's going to look for the inside. I think Farrell's going to get the run. Yep, Polson gets a little squirrely. He has to let out. And here comes Stephen Davis to try to take the spot back. Whoa! Armstrong completely sideways off of 4. Nearly took the 36 himself clean out of the race. Davis with the run on the high side is going to clear the 007. Farrell charging at the leader now. Mogart has led now the past 10 or so laps, unchallenged, but a challenge appears to be brewing in the form of that 42 car. Polson has a look for 3rd. Doesn't clear Davis. Can't slide him. Has to let out. Davis will clear him back down off of turn 2. And Poulsen will jump back in line. Yep, Stapleton's lost the draft back there. And Granch looks like he's going to probably be about 10 seconds back this time across the line. He was 9 the last lap. Let's see what it clocks in at. Just shy of 10 for him yet. Gene back there hoping for yellow as well. That car's been hit or miss all season. He's got races where he's run very well, top 5s. And then he's had races like this where he can't even get into the show. He's going to need a yellow or something and then a nice adjustment on that car. We'll see if it happens. Poulsen once again looks for third. Still can't do it. Bud, you might want to try to find a way to snooker that 45 and force him to the bottom. That might work better for you. Let's go up to our camera up on the roof. Nice wide angle shot here. See Womack working his way forward. Just outside the top 10. Laps complete, working the 21st. There will be a pit stop somewhere during this heat race. I don't know if I should call it a heat race or a qualifier. Well, we got to come up with, you know what? Super qualifying. There we go. That's 90s as hell. Welcome to Busch Bonanza Super Qualifying. Yeah, that just sounds cheesy and corny and terrible. Poulsen with a run on Davis. Gets the inside of that 45. Oh, got a lift. He nearly washed up the hill and took him into the wall. And here comes Hill with the run on him now. No point to get dead in this super qualifier. Mogart has a very strong car at the moment. They're going to be hoping they can translate that into speed in the 300. Yeah, Poulsen just washes up a little bit there. Has to do just a little checkup. The high side just seems to be a little bit stronger here. Especially with the track being hot in the heat of the afternoon. Just a little slicker than we're going to see next weekend or we're going to see tonight for the All-Star event. Comes Armstrong on Hill. He's got Spark and Corbett behind him. Ooh, Spark, that was close. Poulsen once again tries the bottom. Once again, washes up, has to lift. It's going to give Armstrong, Spark, and everybody behind him a run. They're going to do anything with it. Armstrong's looking, but Spark's sort of making him have to think about it. Womack here in P11. That team really needs to start making a show, and this would be the race weekend to make it. The Lowe's machine really needs to make the Lowe's 300, or they might pull the plug. Poulsen gets clear there. Now he's got to work his way back up to Davis after that fighting. He pulls right up to him. Draft is pretty strong. Davis is going to have a look here at Farrell. Doesn't really get anywhere, but now we got momentum coming behind. Here comes the 5 with a big run. Nowhere to go with it. JT shows a block there to Doug. And then he checks up. Doug has to check up, and Poulsen will clear. Mogard continues to lead. Nobody's really gotten to him. The field is spreading out quite nicely. Polson has to lift. Here comes JT with a run down the back. Yeah, it's not a big enough run to get there, but he'll be close here into 3 and 4. Well, JT with a little lift in the middle of the corner. Second, third, and fourth under a blanket. Polson looking to the inside of Davis again. Doesn't get clear enough to do the slide. Here comes JT with a run on him now. Spark coming behind as well. Is JT gonna take this run? Looking, not quite close enough, but Polson gives him the room. And yep, the high slide just works better, so that was a smart move on Polson's part. But JT got a little bit of a run after the lift. He stayed there. See what's going to happen here. JT on the bottom, Polson getting momentum on the high side. Spark run in the middle of the track, gets a run on both of them. He's going to give his push, it looks like, to the 007. Ooh, bottom side, big lift there, not to slide up. Still side by side here for the 4th spot. JT, ooh, that was a good run through the middle for that bottom side as Polson brushes the wall. Spark fly. Doug Spark had to lift. Didn't know what was happening in front of him. That lets Kevin pull right up to his bumper. JT lifts. Polson gets another run. Polson gets up into the gray a little bit. Has to lift himself. And like sharks, they queue up behind. Sharks? I don't think that's the right one. Vultures. They queue up like vultures? Hyenas. They're queuing up like hyenas. Polson gets clear. Armstrong gets checked up. Here comes Spark with a run on him. Spark's going to look in there. I don't know that he's got the room. Nope, he's going to have to lift. Now he's going to get the run off, though. That's a halfway point. Groove's going to get the advantage. JT's going to get clear. And get a big run away from Doug here. Polson fighting with Stephen Davis again. And that's made a big run for this 5 car, but Polson has cleared Stephen Davis and moved himself up. And it looks like Womack's moved into the top 10. Polson trying to get around Farrell now, not going to do it there. And now Davis and Armstrong, big run on Polson. JT's going to get to the inside of Stephen Davis. But he's going to have to lift. And here comes Spark to try to give him a push. Armstrong gets cleared. Spark doesn't. Spark had to lift. Too much dirty air. This puts JT between Davis and Polson, and he's going to have a look at Joe right here. Ooh, look at that. Like, when he lifts right there, that outside just shoots away. Mogard continues to lead the show. Farrell's pulled right up to him now. Oh, it's Polson. We've got a battle for the lead. We're going to look 3 wide off into turn 1. Polson wisely lets out of it. Farrell can't find the grip either. He's going to lift. Ooh, that 15 got real high. I thought he was going to be in the fence. Polson come with a run now. That lift was pretty smart. They're going to take another run at him here down the front stretch. Starting to see some weakness in this 15. 42 to the inside. We're going to be catching Wickersham here in a couple of laps. Not going to get it done there. Here comes Polson with a run now. He's got to run on both of them. Where's he going to go? He's going to let Farrell pull in, and then he's going to duck to the inside of Farrell. JT trying to come with him. Farrell's going to go for the run on the high side. He's not going to get the run he's looking for, I don't think. I'd call that about a dead heat for second that time around the line, though. Timing agrees. Here comes Farrell with a run. Off the high side, trying to pull up on this 15. Closing, closing, closing. 1 car length. Half a car length at 3/4. Not quite there. Catching Wickersham quickly here. Probably going to give Mogart a little bit of a tow. Polson's going to look to the inside of Farrell into 1. He's not going to get it. Farrell's going to go for the high side, try to get the run on that 15. Call it 3 or 4 car lengths. Big gap now. I think the 15's getting a tow from the lap car. Definitely getting some aero help here off 15 off that lap car. Well, soon to be lap car. He needs to make this pass quickly, though. Here come Farrell and Polson. Big run coming behind. And they're all going to kind of accordion together, or as Ari Leyendijk said once, harmonica together. Polson might force Farrell into the middle here. And the lap car's going to get the run on the high side. The whole bottom just checked up. Let's see. Come on, Jared. You got to get him here. Doesn't do it. Finally gets clear. Farrell needs to clear this lap car quick. Farrell's going to get clear. Armstrong's going to stick it to the inside of Polson there. And they're all going to have to fight to get around this lap car. 44 is off the pace, but not so far off the pace that they just drive by him. They do have to earn it. Ooh, 3 wide back there. Oh, Spark and Kevin come together, and that could have been a colossal crash, but they gathered it all up. And now Mogart's jumped out to about a half a second. Not far enough away that they won't catch him, but a decent-sized gap there. And the leader dives to the pits. Ooh, Farrell trying to get in, nearly wipes out half the field. That was ugly coming to pit road there, guys. Stapleton comes in just ahead of the leaders. He was about to go a lap down, as was the 13. And into their boxes they come. That might break up the field the way that got really goofy as we came in. Four tires going on, these guys. There goes Stapleton back into the fray. He's going to be just ahead of the lead here. And Mogart's going to lose out to Farrell. Farrell, massive advantage here. He really was late coming to the pits and checked up the whole field, nearly caused a wreck in doing it. We're going to see where this cycles. Because it looks like just about everybody else has come in this second time around. So Bobby Farrell out here by himself, but may wind up being the leader in the cycle. He's coming by guys that have pitted now. There's Polson. He's got him. That's a lap car. Scott that he just passed. JT continues to lead out by himself. More cars exiting the pit. These are guys well behind, although Reno was up there. See, it looks like Armstrong's still going strong. Nobody in the lane that time around. Strategy's more mixed than I was expecting. Leader comes by again, still on the track. Mogard has help and is going to start close on this 42 soon. Didn't see anybody in the lane that lap either. Being out here alone is not helping Bobby. He needs a lap car or somebody to draft with. Got Reigns and Mogard coming. See a few cars in the lane now. Maybe just one or two. Leader's still out there. JT's getting caught by Steven Davis. Davis has help. This is some really mixed strategy. I would not have expected this mixed of a strategy. As soon as I go to look for JT, he'll be in the pit lane, won't he? Let's go find the leader. Damage to one car. Okay, so here's our leader on the road. JT Armstrong. And he's like coming into the back of the field here. This is the back of the guys that I believe have pitted. So that's going to help him. And he's got a car with him, so that's what's getting him away now from the 45 and the 48. And although Scott has a little bit of damage to the front end, it looks like. Hood looks to be a little beat up. And straight past him goes JT and Steve Inkman. JT still not pitting. He and Inkman need to go catch that group. It'll really help them. Might be a little damage to the front of JT's car, too. It's hard to tell. Those cars look like on this long shot like there might be damage to the front end. Let's go to a closer shot. Yeah, there might actually be some damage there. Another lap. Still not pitting. Be 10 to go next time around. These guys, when they pit, are not taking 4 tires. I know that for sure. Just a question of when does he pit. Not going to be this lap either. 10 to go. Inkman's decided he might want to try to lead this duo. He doesn't get the run off the corner to do it. Still going. No pit stop this lap either. I'm genuinely curious when they're going to pit. Like, so we had a mixed strategy. We had a good chunk of the field that pitted just past halfway, 4 tires, filled it up. They're theoretically going to be faster doing that in the short term, but they really didn't come out together. JT's out here running really, really long compared to them. I'm surprised how much longer he's running. Like, I don't think they can run 67 laps on fuel. That seems like way too much. But even this feels like way longer than I expected him to be able to run. 60 laps? And 60 laps? There can't be much left in that tank. Gotta be coming here soon, but it's just going to be a splash now, this late in the race. Another lap. Oh my goodness. I don't know where this mileage is coming from. Had to have been doing some fuel saves somewhere that we just didn't pick up on. Are they really? They're going to go the whole distance in a race where I didn't think that was possible. The officials set this up with the expectation of a pit stop being required, and I think these guys might make it on fuel. That's incredible. And JT's getting away with just one lap car helping him here. Honestly, at this point, he's just going to run out of fuel and get run over by this 57. I think that's what's going to happen. Not catching the cars ahead. I think he's trying to run a fuel save now. I'm surprised he doesn't let the 57 lead if that's what he's trying to do. Three to go. Coming to two. How are these guys going this long on fuel? This doesn't make any sense to me. And then why did half the field pit? 57 coming on the bottom. This car's got to be in fuel save going this slow out here by himself. Well, more or less by himself. That's the white flag. He's going to try to go the whole time. Yellow is out? He's done it. All he's got to do is coast it around here. Pace car's right here alongside him. How? Tech is going to be really interesting post-race. JT, you probably don't want to pass the pace car here. You really don't want to pass the pace car, bud. He's going to make it on fuel and get DQ'd for passing the pace car, isn't he? Where has the pace car gone? Come on. He's finally realized he needs to let this pace car by. And there goes Frank passing the pace car. The 36 is going to pick coming to the checker. Yeah, I think the yellow probably has really thrown this whole thing in the air. But there's the checkered flag. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to sort that one out. Let's start by figuring out what this yellow has been for. I imagine there was an incident involving cars coming into or out of the pits, but I think somebody had to have run out of fuel here on the last lap. Okay, so there's the yellow. Let's find the incident. Is this the incident? Yep, Baron McComas ran out of fuel and just came to a stop and brought out the yellow. Okay, so the yellow's out. Where is the 48 car? 48's on pit road, and so's the 8. But they're past start finish. So the 48's rolling on pit road, so I think that's why he went around. Scoring probably shouldn't have let him do that. Yeah, I don't know about how that's gonna get scored. And then yeah, JT passes the pace car but figures it out. This scoring's gonna be wonky. And I'm befuddled that what 10 cars or so made it on fuel because the 48 and the 8 pitted right at the end. I don't know that they were going to make it without the yellow coming out, to be honest with you. And the 36 pits here come into the checkered. And so does the 51, but so many cars are a lap down, I don't think it matters. In fact, I think the 36 is pitted past start finish, so he finished the race in the pits. The 51 didn't, though. So let's see where it scored everybody as they came by. And we'll let you know who's in the show. Jim Fitzmaurice came home second in this thing. That's the first race he's going to make in the 48 and the 8 pit here, coming to the checkered, having been in the pits when the yellow came out. That might be a penalty that they're trying to serve, but you can't serve that. You can't serve a penalty under yellow. But they crossed the line certainly, so let's see what we've got on scoring. Scoring shows, this is unofficial results. We will get the official results here shortly. Armstrong, Fitzmaurice, Pedersen, Lowe, Groth, Glass, Stello, Levinson, Sheldrick, White, Womack, Van Buren, Farrell, Mogard, Rains, Spark, Polson, Corbett, Davis, Hill, Griffin, and Alexander get in. Eliminated appears to be Jackson, Phillips, DeCourcy, Rodriguez, Barber, Moorhead, Hawkins, Fresh, Stump, Ramaswamy, Inkman, Shadle, Stapleton, Wickersham, that's right, Scott, McComas, and and 18 laps down clearly had a problem. Okay, let's get official word from race control. Just a moment, please. They are running down here with a sheet of paper, frantically waving their arms. See, they're coming in the door. They're going to hand me a piece of paper here any minute now. Come on, hand me the paper. And the doorknob turns the other way, guys. No. Turn the knob. There you go. Okay, there we go. You turned it. There we go. And let's see. Official race results. Yep, Armstrong, Fitzmaurice, Pedersen, Lowe, Groth, Glass, Stello, Levinson, Sheldrick, White, Womack, Van Buren, Farrell, Mogar, Rains, Spark, Polson, Corbett, Davis, Hill, Griffin, Alexander make the show. I think Barron was on track to make it in until he ground to a halt there at the end. All right. Well, we will see everybody next week for the race.